So I've done it. I've assembled 4 thermal scopes that are under $700. If I was starting over and I needed a thermal, or maybe I just need to put one in a gun for my kid, which one would I pick? So I want to go over all these one by one, and we'll start eliminating them. We'll find the best one of these 4. All right, so we're doing a test comparison. This first one is the Vue. This one is the DNT, and then this one is going to be the Storm. And this one, I still don't know how to pronounce the freaking name. Goyojo, yeah? Goyojo, okay. You tell me which of the 4 looks the best.
This one.
That's number 1, okay. Number 2?
I'd have to say this one second, this one third, and then 4th.
All right, so you got a simple task. You just got to look in each scope and tell me which scope is the best one. Okay, which one's the best one is what we're trying to figure out. Okay, so that's the best one. Which is the second best one? All right, so that's number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you call this one number 4?
Yeah.
Next one.
I'm going this one, this one, this one, this one. That's what I think.
Awesome.
The Goyojo is my number 1. The DNT would have to be my number 2. And between the Storm and the Vue, I would say they're pretty much equal. This one over that one.
The Storm over the Vue. So I'm going to put all 4 of these up so you can be your own judge and see which one looks the best to you. In the top right corner, we have the RIX Storm. In the bottom right hand corner, we have the Vue Sirius. And bottom left, we have the DNT Hydra. And the top right, this is still hard for me to say, Goyojo. And later on, I call it the Goyojo. Sorry about that. It's just stuck in my head. Now I'm going to try to cycle through all the different palettes that they all have. The Goyojo does have the most palettes to cycle through. The RIX and the Vue had a special feature in how it would highlight, the heat with that red tint. It's kind of a neat little feature. But you look at all these, tell me in the comments below, which one of these 4 do you think looks the best? So I'm going to start going over the features of these one by one, and then we'll start eliminating them. So the first one to eliminate, which is odd because this one had the best resolution of all of them. This is the Goyojo in this big giant box. Obviously, it has to fit. It is much, much longer than all of the other scopes. The Goyojo had some cool features, but honestly, the resolution, we did a test. I put all 4 of these up. It won. Everyone in my family picked this one as the best for clarity. So it kind of hurt to say that this is not my pick. Some of the other features that I like, I like the zoom. I like the menu button here. It's got 3 buttons there for recording, palette change, and power on and off. It has a built-in battery, which is a cool feature, but it has a little backup battery. You just stick it here in the side, and you put that on there, and that's a cool feature. However, what I did not like about this is it uses scope rings. So you can't use this as a monocular, and if you take this off, you're going to probably lose your 0. Unless you kind of mark exactly where the scope is and you torque it down exactly the same way as last time, which you should be doing anyways. There's just, it kind of takes some of just these little scope rings, to me, is why I wouldn't pick it. I don't want to lose 0. I want to have a monocular. I want it to be multifunctional. However, clarity-wise, this was the best one for identifying targets. So I'm going to put that over here. All right, so that leads me down to these other 3. So now we're going to eliminate the Vue Sirius. That's this one. One of the reasons that I'm eliminating this one is I actually feel like it's a clone of the Storm by RIX. It's almost the same button layout on the top. it looks like they did a carbon clone. It looks like the Vue did a carbon clone of the RIX. What you will notice is the mounting system. This one has a quick disconnect, and this one just has a regular. And so you can't easily use this as a monocular. You can't take it on and off. It's easier to lose zero with a scope like this. And the other reason I would not pick this one was the app. It took me forever to find the app. I think I sat and worked on it for an hour just trying to locate their app. And I found out their company is actually in Fort Worth, which is super close to me. But I do feel like they probably just ordered a bunch of these from Alibaba and then took the Storm name off of it, the RIX name, and then slapped on their own name. I mean, even the name is almost in the exact same spot. They even took where there's a little string here for the little battery door when that comes off, the little cap. They did the same thing on that one. I don't know why they wouldn't copy the quick disconnect feature they have. That was a cool feature on this. So anyways, takes that one out. I don't like the app. I actually hated the app. It's not a very good app. But the menu system was identical to this one as well. So the menu system is good. The actual scope, the way it functioned, was actually okay. But just those couple little features, that's what took it out of the running. Okay, so that leads us down to the last two. That would be the DNT Hydra, and of course, what I've just been talking about, the RIX Storm. Which of these two is the best? Let me get into this one a little bit. This one has a neat feature. It has a clip-on mode. So you put it on top or put it in front of your regular like red dot or something, and then you change the setting in here, and it changes how the image looks. So a red dot or a LPVO can see through this. So you don't have to, decide one or the other. That's a cool feature to this. Also, you can use it as a binocular. But here's what I don't like about it. There's no quick disconnect rail. That mount, what's the point of having this type of a mount? If I can't pop it off, I can't, easily remove this and have it as a monocular. I can't easily remove this and I can't easily remove it and then just go with my LPVO or my regular scope. So that's a weird, I don't understand why they would, claim it's a 3-in-1 and have that kind of a mount. That is really strange. Quality-wise, the app ran really great. Getting the footage off was a little tricky. That wasn't my favorite part to this. So that leads us down to the Storm. The Storm has all the features that I would want. It has the quick disconnect. There's actually a little ring that you slip over this. I'd have to put this right here so you can adjust the focus. Super easy. See if I can get my face out of there. And I like that. That's a cool little feature, a little add-on that they were thinking of. Adding that little rope made it easy. They have their own proprietary batteries that come with it. See if I can blur my face out. I feel like it was their little attention to detail. There's the red line here to show you where positive and where negative is, because you need to know when you can't see there's no nipple on this one like some of the other batteries, which, by the way, all of these use the 18650 battery, except for the Goyojo. So they just thought of all the little details with the RIX. Their app runs good. Their menu runs good. They have nice batteries. They have the zoom. They have the quick disconnect. They have all the little features that you want. And the image is not horrible. You could use this. You might not want to use this on a 308, but a 22, something with a lot lower, or maybe even a 300 blackout, maybe a 556. You don't want too much crazy recoil, but for a gun for like a teenager, or if you're gonna, you want to take your kid out, and you don't want to blow a lot of money, but you also want to use this as a binocular. I think this is a great little scope. that you can, use as double duty, and it has all the nice features to make it easy for anybody to use. So this is my pick. It would be the RIX Storm S1. So please go down in the comments. Let me know, what do you think? Would you pick this one? Would you pick one of the others? So let me know what you think.